everybody. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back. You know, we tried it with tried to go live with my iPad, and we were assured it would work, but it didn't work. So no. So here we are back again with the cell phone, and we're both in the screen. So that's a good thing with the phone.
I think we look lovely this evening.
Yeah, I think so too. So you know what, you guys, we're here tonight to do. I'm going to do some reading. So if you write some questions in, right, Paula, or
that would be great, and I'll be the MC.
And Paula's and also if you have any questions about plants.
Yes, absolutely.
Because Paula, Blessings by Nature, knows anything that you want to know about plants, and she knows like what kind of plants you want to have in your house if you want more money in your life, and what kind of plants you want to have in your house if you want to have a better love life.
You know what?
Right?
I want to share
so many things.
Can I share an experience?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah. Yep.
So a friend of mine actually called me up, and I do these one-on-one with a life gardener, as some of you may know. And so I was invited over to her home, and we took a lovely saunter. We took a lovely walk through her garden. We talked about what was in her garden and what she had in her garden, what it brings to her life. And we also talked a little bit before that about what she was looking to bring into her life that she doesn't have. I know, it was super duper fun. So we walked through the garden, and we talked about what she had, and then we talked about what she could bring into her life, and how she could plant some of those plants in containers and bring them into her home when the seasons change. So it was super awesome. And, I wanted to thank her for the opportunity. I'm not going to mention her name, because I just, it's a client thing, But, I had a great time. It was wonderful to do. And I'm out there for anybody else who's interested in learning a little bit more about not just what's in your garden, but what it means.
What they mean, because every flower has energy and has meaning, and if you want to bring those kind of energies into your life, you can see Paula, and she'll help you with that. So it's pretty awesome. So
I got to grab my phone here.
Yeah, we're seeing some people on. So send us some hearts if you guys are on, so we know people are on. And if you have any questions, lavender. Holly Lynn Booth wants to know what lavender means, Paula.
Lavender is for peace and balance. A lot of people don't realize that. They think, peace. Yeah, it helps me sleep, helps me calm down. It does, but it helps to restore your balance as well. So it's really an important thing to have into your life. And there's different ways that you can use lavender. You probably don't know. You probably thought, I make a little sachet for myself, and that's good. That's great. You can do that. You can make a little sachet, throw that sachet right into your pillow. You can also put it on ice cream. Yeah. Ice cream.
I didn't know
yummy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
you can mix it up with some sugar and let it sit for a little bit, and then you can sprinkle it on your ice cream. It's delish.
Wow.
And
that sounds pretty good with a little lavender. I love the way lavender smells. It's awesome.
So
it's really
great.
good. It makes you feel calm,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it always does. I love it.
Throw
I
it
have
in your
my
bath
backyard
too. Have you ever thrown it in your bath?
Yeah, I have not in a long time. So it is.
Awesome.
So, we also want to talk tonight, too. If you have any, I'm going to do messages, so send some messages. And Holly says, I want to make soaps and wreaths with it.
That's a lot of lavender.
Yeah.
Now, here's a little tip for those of you who want to do things like that. Holly, congratulations. I applaud you for wanting to make some homemade stuff, especially with something from your garden. Now, if you do have lavender and you're looking to harvest it and you're thinking, when do I harvest it? The best time to harvest it is right before the buds bloom. So once you start to see the lavender, and it could be like lavender, because there's a lot of varieties of lavender. It could be a little like this or long like this. Yeah. And you see the buds on there and they're like, oh, wow, yay. Right before it starts to bloom, that's when you want to pick it.
That's when you do it. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
So
and we're going to talk about, like, in between, we'll take some questions, but in between that, we're going to talk about meditation and some easy ways that you can meditate, okay? Yes. And the benefits of meditation, because there's so many,
Oh, there really are.
If you're somebody like stress gets to you and you take some time out and you meditate, and meditation can be like a simple thing of you can do some deep breathing, and breathe like all the way. We all chest breathe in our lives, and the most important thing is to breathe like all the way into your abdomen. Do some abdominal breathing, and that can bring you calmness like almost right away. Okay. And you can also, like, another thing too is you can imagine. I love going down to the river. I don't know how many of you love going down to the Niagara River this time of year, but it's so fun to go down there. And what you can do for meditation is imagine that you're there, and just imagine that you walked to the river and you sat there and you looked at the water and saw a couple boats going by and even the seagulls and the ducks walking around in the rocks, and you start doing that, and that's meditation. It actually is that simple.
Do you
and
know
it
what
changes everything.
You know what else meditation does?
Huh.
It actually helps to build up your immune system. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did know that. I did.
Darn,
Yeah, I knew that one. I knew that, but it does. It does.
I thought I got her.
Yeah.
Son of a nutcracker.
It does so many things, right?
It does really. Lowering your blood pressure. I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
And then building up your immune system. It helps to relax you. It helps you to put you in a better place, whether it is what you're dealing with something on a daily basis or spiritually, right?
Yeah,
to help connect
absolutely.
with yourself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can connect to your intuition.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to connect to your intuitive side and connect to get messages from your higher self, you meditate, you know, so that's like one of the most important things.
It is.
So,
super important to do a little meditation. And how long should you meditate, Ange?
I think 10, 15 minutes a day, but really if you just do it for 5 minutes a day, it makes a difference,
right,
you know? And a lot of times, like, people think that they can't meditate, you know, and I hear people say that all the time, because they can't get their minds to stop, or they can't get can't, you know, their thoughts just kind of keep coming in. But if you do the deep breathing and you kind of focus on your breath and you count 1, 2, 3, 4 and breathe into your abdomen, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and breathe out, you know, you start focusing on that, and that helps with the thoughts. And you know what, with the thoughts, don't get crazy with, oh my goodness, I can't meditate because I can't stop my thoughts, you know. Just be aware of them and let them just kind of float on by. Right, Paula?
Yeah, I think absolutely.
That's what we do.
One of the best suggestions that a friend of mine gave me one time was, you know, if you're trying to meditate and you can't seem to get rid of that, whatever, the whirling dervish in your head.
Yep.
For those of you who are, you know, God-fearing peeps, just, you know, ask God, you know what, can I give this to you? Can I give all this to you so that I can meditate, or I can be in a place of quietness
just let go.
And focus?
Let go.
And it really, to do that, to be able to just say, listen, I just want to hand this off to you for a little bit so I can bring myself back down and balance myself and be able to focus on what I wanted to focus on just for a moment, to give myself peace. It really works.
Yep.
So go ahead and give it a whirl.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think so too. So do we have any questions?
We do.
Okay.
Daniela wants to know if there's any messages for her from the other side.
Okay. Well, you know, before I start messages, I forgot, like, we always believe that messages are for highest and best, always. That's right. Yeah, and for healing purposes, always. And I always say a prayer. It's actually Elaine Thomas's prayer, but we always start with a prayer, right? Okay. So, oh God, as we open the door to communication, in the unity of the Holy Spirit, the great I am presence of the universe, we give thanks, for we know that the words spoken are filled with your love, truth, wisdom, and understanding of the highest. Amen.
Amen.
So what was Hi, Daniela.
So Daniela wants to know if she is looking for any messages from the other side.
Okay. So, Danielle, as soon as you say that, I want to say that they're showing me you've been spending a lot of time out in your garden. Okay. So somebody that's right in there with Paula's heart with gardening. And I want to say that I feel like oftentimes when you're doing that is I'm aware of your mom and your dad, both of you stepping in. And I feel like they both like to garden, but I feel like they both like to, I don't know if one liked to lean more towards flowers and one lean more towards vegetables is kind of what I'm seeing. And they're kind of saying here with you, I feel like you do both, okay? I feel like you plant both. And they're saying that some of the times you kind of wonder why, you know, you have an awesome green thumb, but they're saying they're kind of part of that as well. So I want to say that I feel like both your parents step in, especially at this time of year. I feel like they're in the house other times. I want to say that I see flickering lights, okay? So I feel like you should be aware of and notice whenever you're seeing flickering lights in your house, know that they're with you, okay? And I feel like they're saying that you took good care of them. I feel like I want to say I feel like your mother's saying that, but so is your dad too. So I'm not sure which one. It's like you took care of both of them, and I feel like they want you to know that they appreciate that so much, and they're happy that you're focusing on your own life and that you're doing things now that things that are good for you, you know, and that you're nurturing and taking care of yourself, and they're encouraging you to continue doing that. Is do good things for you. They also showed me right away. All of a sudden, I saw your hand up like this, and I saw a wedding ring going on your hand. Okay, Daniela. So I'm seeing something, and actually they're saying no, an engagement ring first, and then the wedding ring after. And I want to say that they're showing me here that you're heading in that direction. I keep seeing patience, that you have to continue being patient, and you'll see that that's coming your way. I feel like there's been a lot of progress made on the current relationship, and they're showing me here that it's heading in that direction. So just keep on. I feel like keep following your heart and doing what's right for you. And your parents are saying make sure that you do good things for you just like you did for them, okay? And I leave that with you in love and light.
Now I have Beyonce in my head. Put a ring on it.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, like this. If you
I was
like it,
like,
then, yeah, we can't sing though.
Yeah.
I can't.
I know
you guys wouldn't want me
Beyonce.
to sing. I know. I love Beyonce. I love her.
do too.
I do. I love her.
She just had those twins. God bless them.
Yes.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
right?
I know. Pretty exciting,
so,
right?
you know, what as always, Angie, you always give a great
Thanks,
positive
Paula.
message. And,
Thank you.
You know, and that's so true for a lot of people out there that, you know, a message like that is very soothing to a lot of us who are caregivers, you know, that we take care of our parents, whether it's one parent or both parents. And, you know, when they leave this world and they go on to the next, we wonder, you know, how are they? How are they doing?
Yeah.
And
they're with us. They're with us all the time.
And
they
it's
really
hard,
are.
It's hard for us to, you know, and you know, you've lost a parent, and I've lost a parent too. That you know, once they go on to their next chapter in their life cycle, we kind of are like kind of stand there with our hands open and kind of go, now what?
They leave an empty space.
Yeah,
you know, it's an
really
empty
do.
Space in our lives, but they're with us, and you know what? It's almost where we have to expand our minds, and we have to look for signals and signs from them in a different way, because they can't talk to us per se. They don't have a physical body anymore, but they do other things to let us know that they're around us. Like maybe you see flickering lights, or you know, or just different kind of things. Or if you find that they're on your mind all day one day, then most likely they're with you because that's why they're there.
And
so
sometimes it's sense. You can pick up a smell, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As
Absolutely.
well.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time I made a big change in my life, and it felt right, but then you always get scared. You know, a little bit. You kind of question yourself, and whenever I question myself, I clean my house. You know, and that's I should come to your house. Right?
That's what it
the same thing,
is.
you know, and the
You were
whole
questioning yourself a couple of weeks ago
when I was doing some when I was cleaning here, and so but anyway, I kept smelling the smell of. Any ladies that used to get a permanent, and that distinct smell, and I thought, is that the ammonia I'm using to you know wash my floor with, and I'm smelling it and trying to figure out what it was, and then I realized that actually my grandmother was a hairdresser, and when you went to my grandmother's house, that's what you smelled when you walked in, because she did it out of her house.
Cool.
And I realized it was my grandmother that was around me, let me know that she's with me, and I'm going to be okay.
That's so amazing.
And I was, yeah.
See, so there's lots of signs, and the idea really is that, you know, for you just have to be aware and look for it. I mean, don't hunt them down like a dog, you know, but I mean, just they're with you, and if you just open up your mind, then you will be able to experience some of those, right?
Absolutely.
So we've got all sorts of comments pouring in. Holly wants to know if there's anything for her, that she is going to court for custody with her husband. She's filing for divorce ASAP, so she wants to know if there's anything.
Okay, hi Holly. It's gonna take some time, is what I'm seeing here with you. It's gonna take a little time, but in the end, it feels to me like it's gonna go your way, and you're gonna have what you want to have, and things are gonna be okay with your children for sure. And they're showing me here though, it's gonna take. It might even seem sometimes like you know things. You're gonna feel like, oh, it doesn't feel like it's going my way. And they're showing me that you have to almost kind of go along with, there's politics with all this, and there's some games that get played. And I want to say that it feels to me like even like there's some games that get played even amongst the attorneys. And they're kind of showing me here, you just stay with the faith. I keep saying, have faith. It's going to go your way. And even if it seems like it's looking like it's not going to, it will turn itself around and it will work out. So they're showing me here, it's about being patient with the politics. And I feel like some of the arguments that go on, I feel like between the attorneys even. So they're kind of showing me here, be patient with that, be patient with the rigmarole of it, if you will, and then I feel like it's going to go your way, it's going to be okay. And they're showing me here, you know, keep on surrounding yourself and surround your kids, I feel like, with white light, okay? And I feel like that's healing white light, and I feel like that's going to help the situation an awful lot. But it's going to be okay. I feel like patience, and even if it seems like it's not going to go your way, it will in the end, okay? And I leave that with you in light and love.
Yeah, God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you for sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Need your support. We're here for you.
We are. Yeah. Sorry to hear you going through that.
Healing your way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Emily says.
Hi, Emily.
She wants to know if there's any messages about future employment offers.
It's getting to be time for it. Like they're showing me here, you really needed a change. And I don't know if the change came exactly the way that you were expecting it to, but they're showing me here that I keep seeing that word change. She needed a change, and it feels to me like it's not far away. The new employment opportunity is not far away. They're showing me here you almost needed, like, I feel like a change away from what you were doing, and then they're showing me almost like you needed like a little bit of an interim of getting used to doing something different. Sometimes we walk away from something and we have to process it. Mm-hmm. So it feels to me like you've kind of been in a time of process, but I'm hearing, I feel like a grandmother stepping in from you from the other side, and she's saying enough of the processing. She's ready for the change. It's time for it to happen. And I keep feeling like about midsummer, okay, you're going to get a job offer, okay, and it feels to me like it might not be. I feel like hold strong for the one that you want, okay, because I feel like you have a good vision in your mind of what you want, and they're showing me if the right one doesn't come along, that if that's not the first one, stand strong, because it feels to me by the end of summer is what I'm seeing. End of summer, beginning of fall, you're going to be working in the job that's the one that you really want, that's absolutely right for you and right where you belong. So I feel like stand strong with that. It's coming. It's not far away. Your grandmother's saying it's time for it. Enough's enough. And she's saying you're feeling that same way, and it's not far at all, okay? And I leave that with you in light and love.
Isn't it interesting how that most people that come through that you get, that you were getting a message that you're delivering are either parents or grandparents?
I know.
I mean, every once in a while, siblings, right?
Yeah, yeah. I had somebody here the other day that had a sibling and a son, a mother and a daughter that came in. But yeah, a lot of times it's parents and grandparents.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, by the way, Daniela, who you spoke to earlier, she says thank you, Angie and Paula, to us, and. Let me see here. Let's go to Dennis. Denise. Let's go to Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Denise says, hi, ladies. Angie, can you see any job prospects for my son?
Okay, yes, not quite yet, but it feels to me like it's coming. And I see him, they're kind of showing me he needs to be diligent with the applying, and I feel like he's doing that, but they're almost kind of showing me it's like step it up a little bit more, and I feel like step out of the box a little bit, like as though he's applying for certain specific things, and they're showing me he needs to almost like expand that job search just a little bit, and I feel like if he does that, it's going to happen a lot faster. Okay, and they're showing me here too, I feel like you've gone through some adjustments, I feel job-wise as well, and they're showing me that it's working out well for you. I almost want to say I feel like an adjustment time for you too, and they're showing me that I feel like this, I feel like a mom, okay, and a grandma stepping in for you, okay, and I want to say that they're saying she's adjusting nicely, and we've been with her. I feel like your grandmother especially has been with you and helping you make whatever adjustment. I feel like an adjustment for you job-wise as well. So they're showing me that things are going to work out okay for your son. Just tell him he's got to step out of the box a little bit. I feel like not a lot. It feels like just tweak it a little bit, and if he does that and expands the search just a little bit, he'll find something, okay? I feel like sometime, it feels to me by end of summer, okay? And I leave that with you in light and love. And I feel like this, they're saying, with whatever change you've gone through, I can hear them kind of saying, in a spirit guide even stepping in and saying, be proud of yourself, because whatever you're doing, I feel like you're doing it well. Okay, and I leave that with you in light and love.
Lovely. Emily says that you gave her a message just a little while ago, and she said, beautiful. She says, you're right on.
Oh, thanks, Emily. That's nice to hear. I appreciate that.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So we've got Eva is with us, and Beth Ann joined us as well.
Hi, Beth Ann.
And Jennifer is there as well.
Hi, Jennifer.
So let's
we try to say hi to everybody, right, Paula?
We do. We try, but there's lots of people that are joining us.
Let's ask this, like just a real quick question: Who meditates out there?
Oh, that's a
if
good
you
question.
meditate, send us a heart or send us a like. We'd like
heart,
to see, because I feel like meditation is getting to be
meditate.
something that's more popular than it's ever been.
I know,
because
right?
everybody realizes the health benefits. Because stress can be one of the biggest causes of having issues with your health,
Absolutely.
right, Paula? And so if you meditate, you can control stress, and you're going to be healthier.
I have a great idea. If you've never meditated before.
Oh, look at all the meditators, Paula.
Yay!
That's awesome.
So if you're looking to meditate and you're looking to meditate in a different way, guess what you can do this week?
guess what you can do this week?
You can join us for a little meditation in the garden.
We're so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did this last year, and we did meditation at Glen Falls Park, where the waterfall is. And you know what? We're going to do it across you can go across the street from the waterfall, and we have a little spot right there that we're going to meditate to the sounds of nature.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
Really great. It'll be wonderful. So,
Yeah.
bring your chair.
Yeah. Or a blanket.
And a blanket.
Or a blanket.
There might be a little bit of rain going on. So, if we are not there because of the rain, we're going to come here.
We're going to come here to Santosha.
So we're not canceling. The rain is, the rain is actually all part of nature.
Yes.
So if that happens, we're actually going to come here and we'll open up the windows.
We won't we're not going to meditate in the rain because I don't like that, I like the rain. I do like the rain. I like it. I like the way it sounds. I don't like to sit in it though.
If you can manage to bring a chair, that might be a good idea.
Yes.
Just because the grass might be a little damp.
What day? Beth Ann wants to. We forgot to say what day.
Holy
We're
cannoli.
sometime this week. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's actually this Thursday.
Yep.
Okay, this Thursday, whatever date that is. I think it's the 29th. The 29th. Yeah, the 29th at 6:30 at Glen Falls Park. So we're going to be there meditating, and we'll look for you. You'll see us. You'll see us. We'll be waving and flagging you over to where we are.
Some different ways for you to meditate and connect with nature all together.
Yeah.
And then we'll also talk about some of the plants that are around there.
Absolutely.
So I'll give you a little insight on not just their name, but what they mean, what they can bring into your life.
Pretty exciting, yeah. And we're going to teach you how to get intuitive messages from nature, and you maybe have heard that. Have you ever hugged a tree,
Right.
And we're going to give you the opportunity if you want to. You can hug a tree. You don't have to. But you can get messages from nature. Mm-hmm. We've done that.
Absolutely.
Right? So we're going to do that too. Or hug a friend. Yeah, you get a message that way too. That's right.
So we have a special request from Amy. Amy says she can't watch live tonight, and since she's heading out, she wanted to see if you could just give her a message that she'll watch later. And whoops, holy cow! Hold on 1 second.
Are you on there?
I got a message.
We're trying this a new way. We used to write the questions down. Now we're watching them from the phone. Somebody called Paula. Don't call Paula right now.
Call me right now.
Don't call Paula right now.
So Amy wants to know if you just have any messages for her.
Amy, things are.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Oh, sorry.
What do you see for me in my new home?
Oh, okay. It's funny because I can see the home in my mind's eye. It's always in my mind's eye, and I feel like there's good energy in that house, and I feel like you picked one almost purposely. It's as though you wanted to have the certain amount of bedrooms and the certain amount of bathrooms and the different things that you wanted that way. But I feel like you also walked in wanting it to feel the right way and energetically be right. And I want to say that it feels to me like it is. I feel like it was the perfect place for you, and it feels to me like it's going to bring an awful lot of comfort and peace to you. And I feel like you've been looking for that. It's like I wanted to have a place that I could just sit back and be relaxed and plant my roots, if you will. And I feel like this house to me feels like it's offering that and more for you. I feel like you're going to stay in the house for a while. I'm seeing you painting, so I don't know if you're doing some painting or changing some colors, because they're showing me that even though it feels right, I see you as being a person that likes to make things your own. So I'm seeing you like doing some painting and doing some things to make it absolutely positively your own. So I'm seeing that. So I feel like a little bit of busyness for the next couple of months, but they're showing me make sure that you go out and sit in the backyard and enjoy the backyard, and amidst all the unpacking and everything that you have to do, let yourself just kind of sit and bask in the energy and the good feelings of that home, because they're definitely there. I feel like you made the right choice, and I see you living there for quite some time. It's going to bring good things to your life. Living in a place that you can feel comfortable in and relax into is going to spill over into every area of your life. So I feel like you definitely did the right thing here, and I leave that with you in light
nice.
love.
Your sister's joining us right now.
Which one?
Hey,
Melanie. How's
Mel.
Colton? How's Colton doing?
Yes, God bless
my
him.
poor nephew was in and I
God.
appreciate so many of you guys. I put my nephew's picture up. He was in a motorcycle accident last week,
Colton.
and he's he broke his leg, he broke his wrist, he broke some ribs. He's definitely got some healing time ahead. But he's doing well better than expected. I think. I think he's doing okay.
God bless him.
Yeah,
he's home.
He's home, and that's a good thing. But I want to thank you guys for so many of you, and Colton wanted me to thank you too for prayers and healing energy to him, because that definitely works. There's a lot of power in prayer. There's always something we can do. We can always pray for somebody, and we can surround somebody in white light, and that always helps. And my sister's saying thanks for the prayers and healing. We sent them to you too, Mel.
Yeah,
because Melanie
absolutely.
was here, and Colton got in the accident, and they had to drive home all the way to Texas.
Yeah, like
they live in Texas. Like a bat out of something.
Yep.
Yeah. But they made it home safe.
Yes, thank goodness.
He just got back from physical therapy. Ooh. Okay,
well,
we'll keep sending. Can Holly sending
healing.
love and light for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's important to send, healing to family and friends that that are having prayers, that are that are having a hard time. That little extra something that you're sending to someone means so much, and to let them know that you're doing it too. That's
Absolutely,
okay.
Yeah.
You could toot your horn a little bit and just say, I'm sending you some healing, because then it's another way of letting people know that you are supporting
that you're
them.
with them and that you care, because sometimes that's what people need the most, is they just want to know that other people care. So I always feel like that's important, is let people know that you care and that you're thinking about them. If somebody comes to your mind, I always think this, Paula, don't you, that whenever you're on my mind, I send you a Facebook Messenger.
You do. Well, I must be on your mind all the time.
I know. You talk all day long.
I get lots of messages.
It's 1 o'clock in the mornings, right?
Oh yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning, and then some.
And she answers. And she answers.
And I do.
And she answers. So
yeah. Well, got to answer your friend.
Yeah.
So let's go back to some messages. And
okay.
You know what? I think once I give you this message and you start tuning in, I'm going to turn some lights on.
Oh, all right. That's a good idea.
I think we're getting
a little dark here.
Getting a little dark. Before you know it, you won't be able to see us, but you'll hear us. But listen. So Anna has a question for you.
Hi, Anna.
She said she lost both of her parents within 7 months of each other. 2 years for my mom and a year and a half for her dad.
Oh wow, that's hard. I'm sorry.
There seems to be signs everywhere. So do you have a little?
Oh yeah, I feel like they needed to be with each other, and I feel like that's why that happened. It's as though one crossed over and the other one they just needed to be together, and I feel like they are, and I can see them both kind of stepping in together and being happy to be with each other, and kind of showing me that over on the other side of life, they actually are enjoying themselves and enjoying that togetherness, and I don't know if they liked. I'm seeing gardens or flowers or vegetables or something with them too, and kind of feeling like, particularly this time of year, they liked. Okay, I feel all kinds of signs that they're around. I'm seeing things like. I see coins. I don't know if you're finding coins. I'm in particular, I feel like that. I feel like Spirit a lot of times leaves coins. I have no clue how they do that, but they do. I also want to say that I'm seeing birds, and in particular, I feel like I'm seeing cardinals, and I'm seeing butterflies. So I feel like if you're noticing cardinals or you're noticing butterflies around a great amount of the time, or here and there, like I want to say that I feel like they're sending them to you. I don't feel like they are the birds or the butterflies, but I feel like they send them to you, okay, to let you know that they're saying here that you need to be reassured that they're together and that they're okay, and indeed I feel that they are, and they're saying here that they realize that it was so hard for you to go through losing both of them so close together. It would have been nice if one was here, but they're also showing me that you have the understanding that they really needed together. I feel like they're showing me like a duo, like a dynamic duo or something, and I feel so much like they couldn't be without each other, but they are okay, and I feel like when you start to get the signs, say hello to them. They're saying say hello, and they're saying if you talk to them or you write to them, they pay attention and they can hear it, and they'll find ways. Like if you ask them to help you with something, that they'll figure out ways to do that. And I want to say this too, they're showing me that they come to you in your dreams an awful lot of the time too. So I'm feeling like if you wake up, you might not always remember the dreams, but if you wake up and they're on your mind, know that you just spent some time with them in your dreams for sure, okay? And I leave that with you in light and love. And one more time, I can hear your dad. I feel like your dad had a good sense of humor, and he's saying, I'm A-okay over here. I'm A-okay, and he wants you to know that as well, okay? And I'll leave that with you in light and love.
That's great.
I want to say this just real quick. Did I interrupt you?
No.
I interrupted Paula,
I was just going to mention really quick, so I'm going to mention something quick before you mention your thing really quick.
Okay.
So, I didn't mean to be distracting as I was perusing moving around the room here, turning on the lights. But this is live, and that's the beauty of it, is that we are live. This isn't tape recorded. This is something that we're connecting with you live here, and we're so happy that you are inviting us into your living room, into your home, via your phone. So thanks a lot for that.
Yeah,
but,
we appreciate that really
absolutely.
a lot.
And feel free to spread the word that we're out and about, and we do the live on Facebook and let people know.
We love doing
and
this.
If you hear it and then you say, "Oh my God, they're going to be live on Monday! Oh wow, awesome!"
Yeah.
And then tell your friend, "Hey, Susie, guess what?
Guess what? They're live." And we enjoy doing this a lot. We really do, because we're good friends. We like hanging around together, and we do a lot of good projects together. Nice shirt. Yeah, you too. You too.
Little dress bar shirt today. Little dress bar.
We go to dress bar. This is Chico's, I think.
Oh, Chico's. Oh, that's right.
That's okay.
We went to Chico's too. We go there too. And but also I wanted to say this, and we always say this. We have a worship service once a month, and it's the first Wednesday of every month, and it's next Wednesday. It's July 5th, and we have it at the meeting house. And one of the things that we always say at worship service is when the medium, because we have mediums that get up and give messages to people there, and we always say if you hear a message and it kind of feels like that message could belong to you, even though we're giving it to somebody else, often Spirit kind of works when we're in groups, and this is a group, all of you watching, that if you hear a message that feels like it belongs to you, know that Spirit works that way, and take the message, okay? It often works that way, so take the message.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and come to our worship service too. We love our worship service, and our speaker for next month is one of our newest Santosha workers, practitioners here, is Kelly Wall, who's a fantastic healer and a fantastic masseuse. So she's going to be our speaker at church, and we start with meditation, and we do some energy healings. You can get one if you want. We have our inspirational speaker, Kelly Wall, and then we also we do messages. So it's a great evening, right, Paula?
It is
full of lots of inspiration and healing. We love it.
We do.
We love it.
Okay, I saw a couple of messages and questions pop up. There's so many of them that I had to scroll and look. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at your messages.
Yeah, Paula's looking, and also if we don't answer a message, send your question again.
Yes.
Okay, because they keep on scrolling up, and we might miss them.
Yeah, I'm a little old, so I can't see the distance.
I can't either.
My phone really close, so
Neither one of us
excuse me if you're looking at my, my crown and my head here. Listen, could you reach out to my friend Mary? Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Mary would like to know if there are any messages for her from the other side.
Yeah, Mary. You know what? It's funny. I'm right away on this side. Whenever I feel energy on this side, it's like Mom's side of the house, and when I have energy on this side, it's Dad's side of the house. And I want to say that I feel like I'm with a grandmother from Dad's side of the house, and I'm also feeling a male energy here. So I'm either feeling grandfather or father for you stepping in, and it's almost like I can see this gentleman walking in with a bouquet of flowers and handing them to you and saying that he wants you to do things for you, and he's saying that you're a helper, that you always are doing things for other people, and that's a wonderful thing. And his strong reminder to you is to make sure that you're also doing things for yourself as well. Okay, I can see him going like this with his hands over his heart, and he's saying you are such an important part of his heart, and I can feel this actually is all this love that he has for you, and letting you know that he's with you, watching over you all the time. But I'm feeling like it feels to me like a father energy, and if it's not father, then I feel like it's grandfather. I feel like it's father's father, but I keep feeling like a father energy. Okay, and again, I feel like love. He's okay. He's watching over you. He's with you, and I leave that with you in light and love.
I happen to know Mary.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not share any information with Angie. And Angie, I'm pretty sure you're right on the money.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. Thank you. So it's Dad. It really felt, I kept seeing Dad and I kept seeing Father, and I feel like almost like I'm seeing him like this, like putting his two fingers together like this, and kind of saying that's how the two of you were. So I feel like there was a strong connection between the two of you, and I feel like family was everything to him. I feel like he really and he loved his girls. I feel like he loved you, and he loved being around you. I also feel like this with Dad too. I'm kind of getting some evidence now from him as well, and I feel like he liked to eat. I feel like a good nice meal was good to him. I could see him. I like to eat too, and I could see him like with spaghetti. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like and if it's not spaghetti, that could be symbolic for a nice hearty meal. So I feel like he liked to do that. He liked to share a meal with family. Family was really important to him, and I also feel like he was a hard worker. So I feel like he's kind of giving you some evidence there as well. Okay, and I leave that with you.
That's great. Your sister wants to ask if you have any messages for Colton.
Hi, Mel. Oh, Colton. Okay, Colton. I want to say this. Okay, so and of course I know Colton, but I feel like what happened to you. They're showing me here that you definitely had angels on either side of you when this happened. Okay, and I'm seeing like our relatives, like Grandma and Mom. You have a couple of grandmothers over there, and I want to say that they were with you and helped you, because I feel like the crash could have, even though it's bad enough and you have recovery time, I feel like it could have been worse. And they're kind of showing me here that this is a time for you. I feel like you should take this time and use it wisely. And I feel like it's hard for you to sit still because you're such a hard worker, and I know that you are. But they're showing me here, this is a time for you to almost take some time to adjust. And I feel like adjust to some changes that have gone on in your life, and adjust to, sometimes we become new people, and I feel like you become a new person and kind of come into more who you are and what's right for you in your life. But they're showing me that sometimes, even though you know that, sometimes you also need some time to process it. So they're showing me this is a process time for you. And I feel like it's also giving you a chance too to connect to what is it that you want to do, I feel like for the rest of your life work-wise, because they're showing me that you work well with your hands, and I know that you do, and you do some amazing, wonderful things. But I feel like you also have some other dreams, and it feels like sometimes you're so busy that you don't have a chance or time to connect to your dreams. And they're showing me here, this is a chance for you that I feel like it's almost like sit and let yourself daydream sometime, or, I don't know how writing is for you, but I could see you doing some journaling and just kind of, just writing about some of your feelings and the ways that you feel. And they're showing me here that this could also lead, I keep seeing a change in career path, okay? So I feel like you might not even know what I'm talking about, because you might not have even ever been thinking about that, but they're showing me, look at everything across the board and be open. I feel like your spirit guides and our family members are around you. So just, it's kind of, I feel like get into some meditation too for yourself, because I feel like you'll find that you'll connect to your intuition. And Colton, you're intuitive. I know you are, okay? We all are. Every one of us is. Absolutely. And I feel like if you do take some time to meditate and connect, you're going to figure out there's always a lesson in everything that happens to us. Good things and bad things, and sometimes at the time when we're going through them, we don't know what they are, but know that every single thing that happens to us happens for a reason. And I feel like give yourself that chance, give yourself that downtime. I feel like you need it, and I feel like someday you're going to look back, because this is going to help you change some of the direction in your life. And I feel like 5 years from now you're going to look back and say, well, it's not that I wanted to be in an accident, but you know what, there were some good things that came out of it, because it made me appreciate things. It helped me take that downtime and really get to know myself, and my life is in such a good direction now, and I'm just so happy. Okay, so I leave that with you, Colton, and light and love, and you know how much I love you a lot. Okay,
that's nice.
I really
love
do.
you too, Colton. I don't know you, but
Paula loves you too.
But
she hears all about you. Yeah. All my friends say,
God bless
who's
you.
Who's that cute guy? My nephew's a pretty. He's a cutie patootie guy.
He
is. He really is.
So you know what I want to jump off is a couple things that you mentioned. First of all, you talked about journaling, and journaling is really
so good to
journal. I think it's really important. And writing just in general is something that people it's like this lost art.
Yeah.
Writing things out, or even typing, your thoughts and putting them down, does a few things.
Yeah.
It kind of empties your head out.
Yeah.
So like if you've got things that are like, you feel like you've got like a ton of things going on up here.
Let it out.
It lets it out. So, and then it helps you to reach this level of clarity so that you can meditate or do other things that you want to. But sometimes it's just like it kind of helps you put things in perspective.
It does. It's such a good thing. I've done that, and I've gotten my answers that way. And another thing too, you can do automatic writing with writing. Like you can start, or I've done it, and I'm thinking I'm writing about one thing, and pretty soon I'm writing about other things.
Right.
And it's almost like you can get messages from your spirit guide or higher self by writing. So that's another good thing about it too.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what? Can I just throw one more thing?
Why don't
what
you?
The heck? All right,
what the heck?
Another
thing in the mix.
So sometimes, I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm tuned in, So, but
You're tuned in, all right.
I'm tuned in. But you know what, though? Every once in a while, like, you kind of go through a time in your life and you're like, I just don't know what to do, and I just don't know, I can't make a decision and I'm just not sure what to do. And my mother used to always say, and you probably heard this, and your parents probably said it too, is sleep on it. Oh, just sleep on it and wait till the next day. And sometimes, I've done this where I train myself to go to sleep and with my, issue on my mind, and it's like, okay, I'm going to give it to God and just give it, and I'm going to ask for some clarity while I sleep. And then I wake up in the morning, and you almost have to train yourself that as soon as I wake up, what thoughts come into your mind, and a lot of times you have your answer.
Yes, sir.
It works.
Yeah,
it works.
Absolutely.
Right, Paula?
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
It's happened to me where I'm like, you're so wound up, literally bound up over something, and you're like, I just don't know how I'm going to do this. I just don't know how I'm going to tackle this, whatever it is, whether it is a life issue or just something an everyday issue. If you go to sleep and just say, God, give me some clarity, or give me some inspiration, an answer would be fabulous. You could be pretty frank with the divine spirit and with God, and it's amazing when you go to sleep and then you wake up the next morning. It's like, oh,
you have
there's
an answer.
The answer right
you have
there.
an answer.
So
yeah,
amazing.
That's right. That's right.
So listen, I really want you to give a message to a young lady by the name of Janine.
Hi, Janine.
She says that she needs your help, and she says that her van was broken into and everything was stolen.
Oh no. Oh
so,
wow, I'm sorry to hear that.
Some healing going out to her.
Definitely send some healing that way. Definitely.
So that she just wants to know if you have a message for her, like something for her.
Okay, I'm letting myself actually really kind of hear this. I feel like this is important, and they're showing me that I feel like they're going to catch the person, okay? And I feel like it's going to take a while. It doesn't feel to me like they're going to catch them right away. And I want to say that it feels to me that some of the things that were taken didn't matter a lot to you, but I feel like some of them did, okay? And they're kind of showing me some valuables that were taken. And I want to say that it feels to me like I feel like that you're going to get some of it back. I don't feel like you're going to get everything back, but I feel like you're going to get some of it back. And I feel like they're showing me here it's left you with this unsafe kind of feeling that somebody invaded your space and stepped into an area of privacy that was yours. And I feel like they're showing me it's not going to happen again. And I feel like you're safe. I keep seeing this, that you're safe. I feel like a grandmother that's stepping in for you as well. And she's saying here that you're safe, and she's saying it feels like just like you were invaded, your privacy was invaded, and she's showing me take some time to heal from this, because this is a hard thing. And I feel like just take some time. I could see you like taking some time just for you, and letting yourself kind of sit and surround yourself in white light and do some meditation. And I want to say they're showing me that they will catch the person. I feel like it might take a little while, like I'm seeing months. It might take a little while. And I also want to say that I feel like you're going to get some of your items back. Mm-hmm. Not everything, but it feels to me a couple of the things that really meant something to you are going to come back. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah,
I'll leave that with you in light and love. Yeah, we're going to send you some healing too, for sure.
I had somebody break into my car once. They stole a box of wine and 4 quarters.
Yeah.
So don't know really what they're going to do with the box of wine. They're having a party of some sort, but you know how you just never know. People just there's always warnings that go out too, by the way. Everybody, there's tons of police departments that put out warnings and say, make sure you lock your doors to your car. You gotta lock the doors to your car, and because you don't want people to help you selfie, and it usually happens in the burbs, where people forget, or you're grabbing your groceries and you run to the house and you're like, you're trying to get everything in, and then you forget to lock your car. So lock your car. Do that for yourself.
Yeah. I'm sorry that happened, because I'm sure that's a tough thing. We'll put you on our healing list, and we have a healing list at church, and we'll send some healing out to you.
Absolutely. We got lots of people that are joining us.
More.
So let me see here. Do you need to take a break? There, why don't you take a breath?
No, I'm all right. right, I'm
You
good.
have a cup of coffee.
I'll have a sip while you read the next
I'll just
question.
mention a couple of things. So, it is summertime, but, that doesn't mean that we're on vacation here at Santosha.
No.
We've got lots of things going on, so feel free to jump on the website and go to our Facebook page and find out what's going on.
Yeah, like us on Facebook, because I think sometimes things get posted on. If you like our Santosha page, you'll see what's happening. But we have still every Tuesday night is intuitive development that I teach, and then Paula and I we're going to do this twice a month, meditation in the park through the summer, because we thought we want to be outside, right? So let's meditate to the sounds of nature and be outside. And
we're not outside enough. I really don't think we're outside enough. And we only have this short period of time where we can go outside. I mean, we could go all year round outside. At some point, we have to go outside, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But for us to really enjoy nature and, and not freeze our patooties off, this is the time for us to be outside.
Absolutely.
So Angie and I are going to help you embrace that beauty and the power of nature, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, nothing like it. And the park, Glen Falls Park, is beautiful because there's a beautiful waterfall there, so you get to meditate to the sound of the waterfall, which is really powerful. So, and then we have worship service that's next Wednesday, and if you look, Kathy Wild and Kelly Haller teaching. They teach a painting class, which is last year they had paint your own angels and get an angel message, which is pretty awesome.
That looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah. And Darnell,
I'm not a painter, but I was sad that I missed it because I could have probably painted that.
Yeah. She said you don't have to have experience. And we have yoga coming.
That would
Kelly
be
Hale's teach some yoga. And Becky
Excellent.
Wisniewski has spiritual discussion group, modern day spiritual discussion group. And I think that's the second Thursday in July. And I can't remember the date.
And Bach Flower
like
Remedies, too.
Oh, she does Bach Flower Remedies, which are amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they are.
And we have Darnell as well.
And
right?
Darnell, who is doing tonight actually, she's upstairs right now teaching a forgiveness workshop.
There's a bunch of peeps up there.
If you forgive, and let forgiveness into your heart, it can take you to so many more places.
Absolutely. Just like gratitude, that attitude of gratitude. And we always talk about, every time we do a live, we always talk about paying it forward, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Just a reminder, last time we were on, we asked you to go and do something nice. So we hope you did something nice for somebody else.
Yeah.
Just holding open a door and maybe buying a cup of coffee for the person behind you. I hope you did that.
I hope so too.
And if you did,
I try to do that every day.
Yeah,
do that. Be kind, right?
Absolutely. So here, let me just check in here and see what Jennifer wants to know if there are any messages about friendships or relationships.
I feel like there's been some change in that area for you, where it almost feels to me like you've let go of some friendships that maybe weren't serving your highest and best or your highest purpose, and so I feel like there's almost kind of been some reconfiguring, and sometimes we change jobs or we change where we live, and that can be why that happens, but it just feels to me like I keep seeing letting go, like you've let go of things in your life that aren't serving your highest and best, and they're showing me that sometimes when we do that, there's that little bit of, I always see it like a little pothole, like of change or a process. And I'm seeing you, it's almost like you've kind of come more into touch with who you really are inside, your authentic self and who you are. And they're showing me that as you're doing that, you're going to draw more and more people in that are on the same page as you are. So I feel like they're showing me sometimes it's necessary to let go, and sometimes it's necessary, almost like if a glass is full, you have to pour some of the water out in order to add something else to it. So I feel like that's part of this, and they're showing me that as you head into the next 6 months or so, I feel like I'm seeing your tribe, is I feel like there are going to be some people that are going to come into your life that you're going to feel like I'm with my tribe now, and they're showing me that you needed to, I feel like you worked on yourself and you needed to be in tune and in touch with yourself in order for that to happen, and it feels like it is, okay? Mm-hmm. And I'll leave that with you in light and love.
By the way, your nephew chimed in here and said,
"Hey, Colton,
say thank you to you." And
I love you, Colton.
And that you were right on.
Oh, good.
So,
okay, all right. Okay, that's good to hear,
So we've got so many people that are messaging, and let me see here. We've got Christine wants to know if there's any messages for her tonight.
Hi, Christine. I'm seeing a time of change. I feel like there's some changes that are happening in your life too, and I feel like sometimes when there's changes that happen, it feels to me like we can sometimes feel a little bit unsettled. But they're showing me just walk through the unsettled time, and you'll see that you're walking. I feel like it's like walking onto higher ground, and I feel a new relationship coming in for you too. And I feel like one that's going to be somebody that kind of I feel like fits you like a glove. So I feel like that's happening as well. And it's either a romantic relationship or a friendship, but it's going to be something that comes in like this. So I feel like a time of change, and just be comfortable, just be comfortable with being uncomfortable for a little while. It won't be long, okay? And this too shall pass, and you absolutely will be in a better place.
Oh.
And I leave that with you in light and love.
That's good. Excellent. Yes. Be patient, right? Patience is a virtue.
Yeah. It's hard. I have a hard time being patient too. I
have
don't
a
like
hard
that
time
at all.
being patient
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Absolutely. So Joan says,
Hi, Joan.
she wants to know about if you have any messages about what's going on with her throat. She's got issues with her throat.
Okay, so and I'm not medical, but I'm just gonna tell you what's coming in for me, and I feel like you're tired. I don't know if that's they're showing me that like almost some fatigue, and it feels to me like you're doing a lot. I feel like making a lot of changes, maybe even a little stress sometimes, and they're showing me that that's part of it. But I'm also feeling allergies, and I don't know if that's if again, I'm not medical, but it feels to me almost like a scratchiness or a hoarseness sometime, or almost like a little bit of soreness. It just kind of feels like that to me, and I'm feeling like allergies, and they're kind of showing me here that there's a lot of natural remedies for allergies, and I feel like take a look at those, and it feels to me, I feel like rest. You need some downtime, and you need some time. They're showing me like me time. We all need me time sometimes, and sometimes we get stressed, and I know sometimes for me, I get stressed, and my voice gets a little hoarse, or my throat gets a little sore, or my head even it gets a little achy. So what they're showing me here is take a little bit of downtime and take a look at. I feel like and I don't know. I can't think of what the name of these things are. Spirit's not giving that to me. Go to Wegmans. There's some natural remedies for allergies, and I feel like that's going to help a lot.
That's good.
Okay,
That's good.
I'll leave that with you in light and love, Joan.
Mm-hmm. Your husband's on.
Hi.
So hi, Dave.
Yeah,
How are you?
patience. Yeah,
and he says patience.
Yeah, I'm not
You're
patient. I'm not a
type of
patient
lady.
person. No, I don't like being patient.
It's so hard to be patient, but
Yeah.
in
But
the end, it
sometimes
all
we have
comes
to
up.
let it all. We got to let things all kind of come together and kind of coincide. Like sometimes it's like two roads are kind of coming, and then when they coincide at the exact perfect time, things happen the way that they're meant to. With the sport of the universe. So it's important. I'm saying that to myself, reminding me and you.
Yes.
Yeah, that we have to be
True.
patient.
So there is somebody that's been sending some messages and asking for you to, but
Hi.
I don't know how to pronounce their name, so I don't want to butcher their name, but I think it's Bronwyn.
Okay.
Bronwyn Page.
Hi, Bronwyn.
So
Hi.
I said both names. We don't normally say both names,
I
but
hope that's okay.
but I wasn't sure. So that person wants to know if you have any messages for them.
I'm seeing, right away I'm seeing job and career, okay, so I feel like job and career changes for you. I keep seeing this, I get a lot of signs and a lot of symbols, and I keep feeling like a ladder kind of coming out of the sky and being placed in front of you, and a lot of times that's my symbol for it's time to climb the ladder and reach higher and go for, like it feels to me job-wise and career-wise, I feel like you deserve to be making more money, and I feel like they're showing me you deserve more recognition, and they're showing me that sometimes you have to put yourself out there and show them that. So that's what I'm seeing for you is it's time to take the next step career-wise or job-wise, and I feel like if you do that, and I think I said this earlier about stepping out of the box, and I feel like if you do that and you step out of the box, it's going to bring you an awful lot of gratification and a lot of happiness, and almost to where I feel like you're going to feel like I'm doing something I love instead of doing something that feels to me like maybe it's mediocre to you. Mm-hmm. So they're showing me reach for the stars and start, and it's not that there literally is a ladder in front of you, it feels symbolically, but start to climb the ladder, and it feels to me like almost like I feel like career-wise, and I can even see you doing that a little bit in your life as well, as they're showing me it's almost time to step out of the box and take some chances, and I feel like go for it. And if you do that, if you keep doing the same things, you keep getting the same results. So I feel like it's do something different, and you'll start to get different results. It's not that far out of your reach. You're almost there. You're almost where you want to be. And I feel like just keep on going, and you're going to get there. Okay. And I'm hearing I feel like spirit guides kind of stepping in from the other side, and I'm on mom's side of the house, so I feel like relatives from mom's side. I almost want to say I feel like mom or grandma who was like a mom stepping in for you, and I feel like they're saying that they're with you and they're giving you lots and lots of encouragement and pushing you forward, and they're reminding you what a good person you are with a good heart, and I feel like a person that would do anything for anybody, you know. So they're saying it's your turn now to allow that to come in for you, okay? And I leave that with you in light and love.
You know, there seems to be an underlying theme tonight, and it's about
doing things for you.
Doing
right?
things for you and job and career. Have you noticed that a lot?
No, I don't know. Kind of. I can't remember always what I'm saying.
Well, you're busy giving a message.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of listening.
Paula's listening, yeah.
I keep hearing this jobs, careers, you know, people are moving forward, trying to, you know, take on something new in their lives. So, you know, that's interesting. I wonder, you know, too bad we don't have Cassandra here to see if, you know, if that's in the circle.
In the astrology,
things, you know,
like with
right?
the energy. Yeah, we had Cassandra here last week talking about like the
amazing.
solstice. It was fantastic. But a lot of times like that seems like that happens. And that's true. Like I feel like sometimes it really is about stepping out of the box. We get in our comfort zones, right? And sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone and do something a little bit different. And sometimes it's about doing something that even is scary for us, right?
Right. Well, it's a challenge, you know.
Yeah, challenge.
Life is a challenge.
It is.
And you have to take
it's about
on
learning.
It is about learning because if you don't try it, if you don't do something different, how will you ever know?
That's right.
Right?
That's right. Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
And what's the worst that can happen if you ask somebody a question? They say no,
they
right?
They say no, but if you don't ask.
And then you don't ask, you don't know.
Yeah.
So, you
gotta try.
Then you can move on and say, okay, should I go left? And they say no. Okay, well, I'll go right then. Whatever.
Whatever, yeah. So, yeah, or you just go on to the next thing if you get told no, right? You just keep going, you know?
You know, we're going to stay on for about 12 more minutes. And then, you know, we would love for you to join us on Thursday at Glen Park for our meditation.
Come for meditation, Then we're going to have that twice a month throughout the summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So isn't that going to be amazing? It's super fun.
Yeah.
And, look at all the hearts that we're getting.
Thank you for all the hearts. We love that, you guys. We love hearts. Right?
Love some more hearts. You know, just keep them going.
Send us hearts.
You're filling our hearts with love.
And that's how that makes us feel, right?
I know, it does. Yeah. We're like, oh.
Yeah. I know. I love those. I love them.
So, listen.
Look at all those hearts. We got more.
My
Thank
goodness
you guys.
gracious.
We love you. We love you guys.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching us.
Yeah,
we appreciate that so much. Knowing that we get to share with you and share some healing, and you know, and we get to hang out. We get to hang out together.
I know.
We love that.
This is our favorite part because we have a little din, and then we have a chat with you. Right?
Yeah.
And then we say how much we love each other's clothes.
And our hair and all that stuff.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
So listen, Ellen wrote in, and she says that her mom and dad have been on her mind a lot. And she was just wondering if they're trying to send her a message of some sort.
Whenever, and I'm feeling like crossed over to the other side of life, and I always feel like it's the other side of life. And I always feel like when they're on your mind a lot, and you just kind of keep thinking about them, is that they're showing me here that absolutely positively they're with you. And I feel like they're sending an awful lot of encouragement your way. And they're kind of saying that you need that right now. It's almost like that pat on the back to let you know that you're going in the right direction and that you're doing the right things. And even though, again, sometimes it feels like when you're stepping outside of the box, and I'm seeing that again, that it can feel like you kind of question yourself and you wonder, you know, am I doing the right thing? I hope I am. And I want to say that I feel like I can see them standing behind you with a hand on one of their hands on your shoulders, okay? And it feels like one's on one side, one's on the other side. Mom's on the right, dad's on the left. And it just feels to me like they're kind of saying you're not alone, even though sometimes you feel like you are. You really aren't, that they're always with you. And sometimes when you're on a journey and doing something new, it kind of feels like, God, I'm alone doing this. And they're saying absolutely not. They're with you and they're encouraging you, and they're saying, I hear this very strongly, she's on the right path, she's doing the right things, tell her to keep going and she will get there. And we will be with her every step of the way. And I feel like they're sending you all kinds of love. I'm seeing food again. You know, I feel like they love to sit down and break the bread. And, you know, I can see your mom cooking like big pots of something on the stove. I don't know if it's sauce or soup or what it is, but I feel like family was everything to them. And and I feel like they're saying here, you know, every once in a while to feel close to them, and they would like this too, because they're saying they'd be right in the kitchen with you, is cook some of the things that they cooked, and they're saying you do, but not as often as they did, so they're showing me do that, because it'll reconnect you to that time in your life when you felt safe when they were here, and you definitely knew you weren't alone, but they're saying you aren't anyway, and just know that you're heading in the right direction, they're sending you encouragement, and everything's going to be fine, and I leave that with you in light and love.
That's great. Hey, Renee. Jessica, she says hello.
Hello.
And Fred, do you know Fred? Fred says hi, Angie.
Hi, Fred. No, I don't know. Hi, Fred. Hi, Fred. How are you?
Nice to see you. Glad you could make it. Let me see. What else do we have? Oh, you know,
we love when everybody says hi to us, right, Paula? We love saying, everybody say hi, and we love hearts, you know? It's nice.
Love the hearts.
Hi, Renee. I saw Renee on there. Hi, Renee.
Hey,
how are you?
You did a message for Jennifer, and she says thanks so much.
Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks for telling me. I appreciate that.
Now, our friend Brenda is asking
Hi, Brenda.
If you have any messages about her house selling in Fredonia.
Oh, okay. Hi, Brenda. It's I don't know. It feels like a little stalled. Okay, like the energy, it's not moving as fast as you want it to. It will move. It feels to me like you just. It's always about this. It's about the right buyers, and I want to say that they're showing me here. I don't feel. I could see you going down a little bit on the price, but I don't feel like much. I feel like it's priced right, and I feel like you need to. It might take a little bit longer if you stand strong to the price, but I feel like you should, okay, because they're showing me that it's priced right. It feels to me like I feel like it's a special house with special energy. I'm seeing uniqueness about this house, and so I feel like therefore it needs to have the right buyer, the person that appreciates everything about this house, and I feel like that buyer will come. I don't feel like it's much longer. I want to say that for sure. I saw by the end of the year for sure it's going to be gone, but then they said, oh no, she's going to say that's too long. And I feel like that is too long, okay? Because they're showing me, it's almost like I'm seeing it closed and out of your hands. I keep seeing like October-ish, okay? Which means it takes a couple months for things to close. So I feel like it's going to, you know, if I'm saying October, it's going to sell before that. So I feel like, just know, I feel like you're standing, it's like I'm standing firm on the price because I know it's priced right. But if I do it that way, I got to wait for the right buyer. But the right buyer will come because the next person, there's another person out there that belongs in that house. So just, I feel like stand firm. It's going to sell. You're not going to have it for the next 2 years saying, oh no, are we ever going to get rid of this? You know, and I also want to say too, I feel like, it feels like you loved the house. Okay, or whoever lived in the house loved the house. So it almost kind of feels like energetically sometimes we're holding on to it. So I feel like do some meditation and let go of it, because I feel like that's going to help, okay? And I leave that with you in light and love.
Yeah, that's true. That, you know, sometimes we just hold on to things, and
yeah,
but we, as much as we want to let go of something,
yeah,
we forget that we really have to let go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You reduce. I just saw that. So Brenda said she reduced a little bit today, and yeah, I feel like just a little bit. You don't have to go down. You're going to sell it. Okay. It doesn't feel to me like you have to go that much down. If you really want to get rid of it faster, you know, you can. But I don't feel like you need to. I feel like you can get your price pretty close to it. Okay,
that's great.
So good that you reduced it a little bit because I saw that. But it feels to me like it's priced pretty right. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's good. Hey, you know, you gave Ellen a message not too long ago, and she said, God bless you, Angie. You are so right about my parents.
Oh, thanks, Ellen.
So
thank you.
And Christina says, love you, Ange. So that's nice.
Love you, Krista. I love you.
I'm sorry,
Krista. I see fantastic things. I know you didn't ask me a question, but I'm seeing fantastic things in your future, and I'm seeing the word faith. It's all about having faith and having trust. And you have a lot of that. And I feel like they're showing me access that inside of you and just stand strong, okay? Because everything has happened. It's like as it should be, as it's meant to, okay? To give you, I feel like the interim time that you need in between new endeavors and new things. And I, you know, and I feel like I'm feeling a grandmother kind of stepping in for you too, okay? Somebody on the other side, I want to say a woman that she's pushing you, and not in a mean way, just kind of pushing you on the back, and she's saying, you just keep going forward. All is as it should be, okay? Everything's going to be fine.
That's great.
I'll leave that with you in light and love. I know you didn't ask me a question, Krista, but hey, you know what? I know you, and you just have to take the message.
Look at that. So, Mary just rejoined us. I know she was on with us earlier. And
Hi,
I just
Mary.
wanted, Mary, Ange gave you a great message. I hope you heard it. And that reminds me that, like, if you didn't hear your message today, listen, you can always just... Oh, you moved our screen up.
Oh, I moved the screen. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Look at that.
My phone
You
rang.
can always.
My phone rang.
This will be up on Facebook, so you can always check us out on Facebook, and we do have our YouTube channel too.
Yes.
So you can always watch the past, Angie and Paula Fireside Chats on YouTube.
And and go on www.santoshaholisticCenter.com and like us on Facebook. And one other thing that Paula and I forgot to talk about is Fellowships of the Spirit.
Oh my
and
gosh,
right outside Lilydale. And
absolutely.
I am teaching at Fellowships of the Spirit this Sunday.
I
And I'm teaching
know.
intuitive development. So
I
you can
saw
come. And I
that.
know, I'm excited. And you know that you guys that if you live, like for anybody that doesn't live around here, you can take it as a webinar. So you can actually go on fellowshipspirit.org and right outside, located outside the gates of Lilydale,
awesome.
and you can sign up for the class. And I love teaching intuitive development, and I love helping people connect to their intuition so they can do readings themselves, but also connecting to your intuition is that's where all your own answers are. That's where your higher self is. So I'd love to have you come and join me. I know that there are still spots available.
Oh, that's great.
And
That's
Paula's
awesome.
teaching at
And I'm
Fellowships
teaching too. So July 30th, that's a Sunday. I'm teaching all about the power of plants, physically, spiritually. We're doing gardening. Yes, we're going to actually
gardening
together.
right there, yeah.
We are going to plant a garden together. You're going to go home with a plant. It's going to be a marvelous afternoon, morning and afternoon of learning about the power of plants in your life. It's something that you have never experienced before. So if you go onto the Fellowships website, Fellowships of the Spirit website, you can go and find any of the classes that I'm just teaching one class, Ange is teaching a few. You can find us on there, and you can reserve your spot. If you do it early, you save yourself.
You save some money.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll post the website in the comments here later on tonight, and I'll post Santosha's as well, because I'm also teaching, and I don't know the exact date. And I think it might be the day before yours or the day after.
You are teaching the day before me.
Yeah,
yes.
the day before Paula, so the 29th,
correct.
and I'm teaching on past lives. So you can come and experience some past life regressions and learn some interesting things. I'm really excited to teach that.
The number of classes that they have at Fellowship are really endless. And
It's
they
amazing.
are such a wonderful variety of people, of instructors, of topics. And these are all day events.
Yeah.
So this is something so it's not like a 2-hour class where you go and you learn, you're like, oh geez, I wish I could have learned more. You get to experience something for an entire day.
Yeah.
And you go home with a wealth of knowledge. So
yeah.
And then you create, I'm sure, camaraderie with your fellow
Oh, you meet lots of people. It's amazing. It's right outside Lilydale, so you get to go around Lilydale. And somebody's asking, will that be... All the classes are on webinars.
Yeah.
So if you go on fellowshipspirit.org, you can take it as a webinar. One time I taught my class to a girl's son who lived in Japan. So he was on... Their time is opposite, so it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon for us, and he was on at 1 in the morning. So that was pretty exciting, and it worked. And he got to participate in things with the class, because we had him on... We Skyped him in, and it was pretty exciting. So yeah, definitely you can take it as a webinar. So yeah,
good stuff. That is great. Wow, super cool.
Yeah.
So is there anything else? I think we got to wrap it up.
We got to wrap it up. Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up.
Come on now, we got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you all for
you.
joining us here. A couple other quick little reminders. Ange, what's your Facebook page that you have? Just your page? Is that it?
Oh, yeah,
well, we're on it right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're on my Facebook right now. Angela Hewitt Apt.
Okay.
That's mine.
So, you know what, Ange, feel free, if you haven't liked her before and you're like her now.
Yeah, like me.
And then share her page with her peeps and say, hey, you know what, I watched this great live Facebook hit with Angie and Paula at Fireside Chat. Share it, you know. And
hey, my sister just put up the websites too.
Oh, thank you very
Fellowships
much.
is on there. Thanks, Mel.
Thank
she
you,
put
Mel.
up that, and she put up Facebook for Santosha.
She's
and
producing long distance.
Yeah,
for
thanks,
us. Thank
Melanie.
you very much.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
And I'm Paula.
We love you.
And I'm Paula Green D'Amico.
Yeah.
So go ahead and like my page as well.
Like us both. Yeah.
Blessings by Nature and like the Santosha page. All these great pages, and Fellowships of the Spirit, like their page. These are all great great pages for you to connect with.
Yep.
And we love you too.
Love
Thank
you
you
too,
so
Mel.
much, Mel.
Love you too.
We appreciate that, what
Yep.
you did for us, you know. So, and I think
We
that's
got to make a
about-
field trip to Texas, you know.
I
Maybe me and
know.
Paula will come down to Texas and we'll do some teaching. What do you think?
Yes.
Eva, you too. Hi, Eva.
Hey,
Hi.
Eva.
We love you, Eva, too.
Love ya.
Yep.
I don't know who's Eva.
Eva lives in Texas.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in Texas. Mel's friends from
Well,
Texas
we'll
joined
have to
us,
go
too. We
there,
love that,
and
yeah.
I'll have to meet Eva.
Yeah, we'll have a little party, Mel.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right. Okay, so I think we're wrapping it up this evening, folks, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. Go ahead, like our Facebook page, follow us. You know, we're doing meditation with nature on
Thursday at Glen Falls Park.
And
Join us. Walk-ins are welcome.
And if you can't make it, if it's raining out, we're not canceling.
No.
So we'll have it
We'll
right
have it here at Santosha, which Santosha is located at 22 Lafayette in Williamsville. We're right behind Lenova Pizza and Chico's. One of our favorite shopping stores, right,
Absolutely.
Bella?
And right in front of Santosha are the baby bunnies.
Oh, we have baby bunnies.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah, little cute little baby bunnies.
Oh my
Pretty
gosh, they're
exciting.
so
Yeah.
dark, toot, and cute.
Yeah.
They came out of their hole the other day. It's
Yeah,
just
and the
sweet.
mom, yeah, Paula saw them. I saw one of them. Paula saw all three.
I know they came out, they peeked out, and then they climbed right back in the hole.
Yeah,
So
pretty exciting.
Cutie patooties.
Yeah.
So, okay, so everybody, you have a great
Thank you.
evening.
Thanks
Thank you
for joining us. Be kind. Do something nice for somebody.
Pay it
and,
forward.
and try to do some meditation.
Yes.
We'll post some meditations for you too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, everybody, have a great evening. And, you know, always remember, I always tell people, go outside, stick your face in the sun. That's a great way to meditate, too. Take a
Yeah.
couple of deep breaths and,
Yeah.
and enjoy the day, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll see you soon.
God bless
Yeah,
everybody.
we'll be back soon.
Bye-bye now.